In today's video, we are going to be photographing this bridge. Let's jump in. Hello and welcome to another video. So this is going to be the first of probably 4 videos of photographing my hometown, because it suddenly occurred to me that I've taken photos around my hometown, but I've never really taken any landmark photos, and there's a few landmarks in Teignmouth that I think are worth photographing, but because I live here and I see them every day, I kind of just like skate over them. I don't really bother with them. So that's what my challenge is to do 4, maybe 5 videos on the landmarks that are in Teignmouth. And the first one is this bridge here. So this is, well, what we'd refer to as Shaldon Bridge. And the second one is literally just in the opposite direction to that. And that is the Ness. So the two quite big landmarks, and then the other 2, we've got the pier, which I think would be a nice one to take, which I have photographed that one a few times. And there's the Teignmouth letters, which you really only see if you come in by train, but you can walk out to it. It's quite accessible. So those ones I think would be a good one. Those 4, and then there's one more that's kind of iconic to Teignmouth, which is the back beach, so I'll try and get a photo of that at some point as well. So 4, possibly 5 photos. Now with Shaldon Bridge, which is the one I'm at today, I'm going to try and see whether I can get a few different compositions. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I've just come down here, haven't really thought about it too much, so let's have a go at that. Right, so I've got my first composition set up. I've got, my settings are f11, ISO 100, and I'm on 35 seconds, but the sun's going down quite quick, so I'm going to rush this process a little bit. I was hoping to get a little bit more sunlight than that, but it seems to be going down behind a massive hill, but the sun's not due to set for another hour and a bit, hour and 20 minutes. So, but we're losing the light on the bridge, which incidentally is why I came to this side of the bridge, because the left-hand side of the bridge it's not completely in shadow, but it needed a bit of light to it, which is why I've come to this side. So I'm bringing in the bridge from the left-hand middle of the frame, and I'm using the water. I'm slowing my shutter speed down, so I've got a 10-stop neutral density filter on, and I've got a polarizer on. And then I'm using the clouds in the sky. There's a little bit of movement in there, so I'm getting a little bit of motion blur, but nothing too crazy. Just to frame that bridge, so to set the bridge right in the middle. And like I said, it's 35 seconds. So the original bridge was built in 1827, and then it collapsed in 1838. It was originally a wooden bridge, and then I think in 1838 it was rebuilt as a stone bridge to obviously last a little bit longer. And then in the 1920s, it was strengthened again, and then again in the 2000s, I think, I think it was 2000s. I'll have to fact check that one. I'll put up on the screen. Okay. So same settings again, f11, ISO 100, 35-second exposure, and 10 stop neutral density filter with a polarizer. I'll pop that image up on the screen. Okay, I'm actually going to go to the other side of the bridge and see whether that looks any worse or better. Light is fading fast, and for my last image, I do want it to be a little bit darker. I'm surprised at how many trains actually come past here, you know. Very busy spot. Okay, so here we are. So I'll probably get the same image that I got from the other side, from this side, compositionally, just with the bridge coming out from the right hand side this time. Right, so the tide's actually on its way in. I came down here just at the height of low tide. The height of low tide? The depth of low tide, whatever you want to call it. So tide wise, we are looking okay, so should be okay. I think we lost a lot of light on this side, so our settings are going to have to change here. So what I'm going to do is just take this off, put it back into manual. Refocus, pop that back on, which is nice and easy, he says. There we go. And then take a test shot and put it in bulb, take a test shot and see how it looks. So that's a 2 minute exposure there. I'm going to pop that up on the screen. I think I've lost the light here now, so I'm going to move from this location and then relocate on top of the bridge in a little while. So I shall see you then. Okay, so for my final composition, you join me at 11 o'clock at night, just slightly above Shaldon Bridge on the road, going past the opposite direction. And my composition, I'm going for the curve, the S curve, and I'm waiting for a car, turn this light off, to come through the bend away from us, so I get the rear tail lights. I don't want it coming from this end of the bridge towards us. I want it to go away from us ideally. So ideally, turn the light back on. So ideally we want a car going away from us, travelling across the bridge, lighting the bridge up. Okay, so it's the first car coming through. We've got one coming in the opposite direction as well. Got F11, ISO 100, 30th of a second. No, 30th of a second, 30 seconds. Oh, it's an ambulance. Lots of lights on this one. Okay, so we've had a couple of cars go through now. We've got a couple of images, a nice half and half, which was nice. I'm going to pop to the other end of the bridge and get a shot down down from Shaldon end of the bridge to Teignmouth, and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, so that's my attempt to capture the first landmark of Teignmouth slash Shaldon, I guess, the Shaldon Bridge. I hope you like the images. I'm going to abandon the attempt of taking images at the other end of the bridge because it's 30-second exposure and just jumping in and out of the road constantly to try and get an image is not working. So I'm leaving it tonight and I'm going to pop some images up of the long exposures that I took at the other end of the bridge, and I'll put one up of the shot I got down the bridge when it was snowing a couple of years ago now, I think. But that's my attempt of capturing this bridge. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like the images? If you haven't already given this video a thumbs up and you did like the images, please do consider doing that. That's much appreciated. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel for more content like this, please do consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one.